Live Prog.
Hello, I'm Paul Manell.
I'm Steve Harris. I'm John Jai. And we all love Live Prog.
Hello, welcome to Live Prog. The mailman just brought me this package and I'm very curious to see what's in it. So, you wanna come and take a look? I can already show you from who this comes, so you can have a good idea that yes, this is going to be for a review. Okay, wow, where do I start? Oh my god, this is huge. Alright, we'll start with this one then. Pens. Again. Oh. Okay, well, this is already passed, but nevertheless very nice. And stickers. Very nice. More stickers. What do we have here? Ooh, this is the grand prize. Oh my god. Wow. This is awesome. I knew there were two versions of the album, but the band was kind enough to send me both versions. So, well, that will be an interesting experience to examine both packages. So, you have the regular version and you have the super deluxe version. And as you can see, you know, the last item. Oh, this is fantastic. Absolutely awesome. Well, I never gotten a promo package like this before, so first of all, thank you, Sylvan. And secondly, this in no way will influence my judgment over the album. So this is not a bribe package, no, this is a real promo package. So, you know what? I'm gonna listen to the album, I'll get back to you on what I think about it. So, see you in a moment. That moment turned out to be a little longer, because you probably imagine that when you have to listen to two great albums, long albums, it takes a while. And especially, well, these albums took a lot of time to listen. And, well, so I did. I played them over and over again. I took them to work, I put them on my MP3 player and, you know, listened to them on the way to work. I listened to them at home. And of course, I examined these two packages, you know, to see what the differences are between them. Well, this one comes in a cardboard cover, and I gotta honestly say, it took me a while to get it out without damaging this one, so I might, you know, put this one away somewhere and just keep it, oh, this is the good side, like this. In essence, both albums are the same. They have the same track listing. It's not that this one has additional tracks or anything. If I open it up, and I'll bring the other one. Well, as you can see, they are different. They look a bit like this. So, there are some differences, but the differences are mainly in the appearance, the way they look. This is a jewel case with two CDs in it. This is a luxurious, well, book with two CDs in it. Now, the artwork is very beautiful. And, well, as you can see, lots of books. The books have a significance in it. Now, also, the inside is fairly the same, with one exception, the guys from the band. So, well, apart from the artwork, there's no change, so it's just up to you which version you like best, you know, you want the luxurious version or the regular version. The whole book thing, you know, it has a significance because when you look at the track listing, I'll show it to you, it's right here, you can see that the album is divided into chapters. So this brings back the idea of a book. And when I listen to the music, you get a sort of a feeling you're reading a book. But not, you know, a cheap pocket or something, no, a novel, you know, something real classy. That's what you get with this album. Now, when I was listening to the music and kind of trying to figure out what to say about the album, I must say I found it very difficult. Difficult to put into words how I felt about this album. Because what I noticed, and if you are familiar with Sylvan, you probably know that too, that the music has a lot of emotion in it, especially because of the voice of the singer, Marco Gluman, who has this amazing, you know, voice that grips you and, you know, captures you and you know, conveys that emotion in such an amazing way. He's one of a kind. He's an amazing voice. Musically, this also reads like a book with all the chapters, because from one moment it rocks, the next moment you have acoustic guitars, you have softer melodies, and then it moves up again. So it's a bit unpredictable. Well, yeah, I think so. When you listen to the music, you don't know what to expect, and that's kind of when you read a book. Now, another interesting part about the way that they wrote the album is that the two discs, I gotta say, they contain 90 minutes of music, so that's a lot. But the 5 chapters are linked to the 5 band members. And each member had his input musically and lyrically into the song. Now, of course, Marco Gluman wrote all the lyrics, but he did that together with each band member, and as a band they wrote the music. And well, it couldn't be more prog, because track 1, Fountain of Glow, almost 15 minutes. Chapter 2, Share the World with Me, 15 minutes. Chapter 3, The Words You Hide, 20 minutes. Moving on to the next disc, chapter 4, The Waters I Traveled, 20 minutes. And chapter 5, Farewell to Old Friends, again 20 minutes. Now, when you put them in your player, you will see that they've divided them into, well, sort of sub-chapters. I don't know why they did that. Maybe it's, well, don't put it on shuffle. Not for that reason, but, you know, maybe to give it a bit of a line in, well, in how it goes. I don't know. Sorry, can't tell you why. Nevertheless, this is an album you should listen from, well, start to finish. The singer, Marco Gluman. Now, let's go back to the band members. Now, it's the guy in the middle. Yeah, and well, if I mention him, I mention the others as well. We have Matthias Harder on drums, Sebastian Harnack on bass, Volker Sol on keyboards and piano. And note especially the piano. A lot of songs would begin with this really beautiful piano melodies, and I really like that, you know, so this is, well, plus point for me. And we have, and I have a reason for naming him last, Jan Petersen. He joined the band a few years back. He's relatively new because, well, of course, Sylvan has been around for many years, as, well, a real band as Sylvan about 10 years, a little more, but they started out, you know, in the early 90s already. But Jan Petersen, the guitar player, I've seen him live a couple of times, and he's a great guy, he's a nice guy as well, but when you listen to the guitar parts on this album, and there are lots of it, you know, and whether it's electric guitar with really beautiful, touching, fragile melodies, or real rockers, and even some heavy riffs, you know, he does it all, the acoustic guitars as well. So altogether, you know, the band plays fantastic. Now, Sylvan is known for amazing music. Everybody calls Posthumous Silence their big epic, you know, the best album they ever made. And there's a lot of debate going on whether Sceneries is just as good or better, or, you know, a little less good. I think that's up to you. What I found is that this album is a grow album. Just like a good book, if you have a really good book, you can read it many times and still find new things in the story. And the same goes with this. You can listen to the music, you can listen to it over and over again and hear new details that you didn't notice the previous time, but you can also, you know, dive into the lyrics. I read an interview a while back where they say, well, they don't say which member influenced which story. So, an interesting challenge, if that's what you like, you know, well, have a look at the story and imagine which musician inspired it. So, it's an amazing album, and I gotta say I was very impressed with the huge promo package I got. And it doesn't influence me, because I still give my honest opinion about this album. And well, my opinion is that this is an absolute masterpiece. It's a fantastic album. It's, well, a good book, I'd say. You know, you can read it and listen to it. So again, I know that I give out many of these, and that's not my intention, but it so happens that I just come across so much music that I think is amazing, and I think it's music everyone should have. And this is no exception, you know. This one, and whether it be this one or whether it be this one, that doesn't really matter which one you get, as long as you get this album, because, well, this is, as I said, a masterpiece. I can only emphasize it. Stunning music, full of emotion, well, progressive rock at its absolute very best. So, well, take your pick. A live prog must have this one or this one, you know. They're looking a little bit different, but they're sounding exactly the same. They sound